Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Code with Sunny, and in this video I am going to talk about the problem C type of educational code forces round 108 rated for division 2, and the problem name is Berland regional C type. Okay, so without wasting our time, let's directly discuss this problem. We have been given the n, which is denoting number of universities numbered from 1 to n, and there are n students. Ith student is have been enrolled in university UI and as a programming skill SI. Okay, so it is obvious that we have been given an array of U for every student, an array of S for every student. Now there is some parameters that I am going to discuss, that for every case starting from 1 to n, if each university will send their k strongest students with highest programming skill S, that is, let's say some students are going to be enrolled in some university, this university will send some k strongest programming skill students that is involved in its university for forming the team. That is first k strongest, then the next k strongest students in the second team, and so on. And k is going to be chosen by this person Polycar. Okay, and if there are fewer than k students left, then the team can't be formed. Okay, and the universities can send zero teams. If you're not going to understand this statement, no need to worry about. I'm going to explain this entire thing with the help of example, what is actually happening here in this problem. Okay, so the strength of a region is going to be total skill of the members, uh, skill of the members of all present teams. That is the total number of teams formed and what are the skill of students in that team. I'm going to sum up all the values. If there are no teams present, strength is going to be zero. And this k is going to vary from 1 to n. We have to report the answer for every k starting from 1 and ending up to n. Okay, this is going to be an interesting problem. Okay, so test cases will be given. N is going to be like 2 into 10 power 5, and U is going to be like up to n, and programming skills is going to vary up to 10 power 9 for every student, at most 10 power 9. And this is going to be also playing an important role. Okay, so you can see N is going to be like 2 into 10 power 5, and for every test case we have to solve. So I must think for O of n log n solution, or something O of n solution if possible, and we cannot do this problem in O of n square solution, O of n square time. Okay, and for every k we have to print the total sum, I think. Yes, strength of the region. Okay, so let's try to understand this entire problem with the help of example now. So let's move further. Okay, so I'm just taking this array A and sorry, array U, and this is array of S. Now this UI is going to be 1, then it denotes that this particular ith student is enrolled in university 1 and at a programming skill of value 6. Okay, so let us try to just figure it out, which student is going to be enrolled in university, which university. So I'm talking about university 1. So you can see this student is enrolled, this one and this one. So value is going to be like 6, 3 and 5 and 5. Okay, now one thing that you should notice about that, I'm going to send the first k strongest student from a particular university to be enrolled in the first team. Okay, so then after doing that, then again from this university I'm going to send then again next k strongest people. So starting with the strongest one, I need to just send the students. So why not we should sort this programming skills values in the non-increasing order, that is 6 and 5, 5 and 3. So I'm just going to sort these values in non-increasing order, that is 6, 5, 5 and 3. So let's say we have to send, let's say the value k equal to 2. It means that these two students will be sent to the first team, that is first two. Then again these two students will be sent from this university 1 for the formation of second team. Okay, so this is going to happen, and if k is going to be 3, the first 3 strongest people is going to be sent to the first team from this university. And again you can see this is not going to be a valid value, or you can say I'm not just able to form the group of 3 persons, so group of 3 students, so this is not going to be sended. So just my iteration stops up to there. Okay, so this is going to be for university 1. So let's talk about university 2 now. You can see the values like 8, 1 and 1. So why not sort in decreasing order like 8, 1 and 1. Okay, Now let's try to talk about k, whose value is going to vary up to 1, and it goes up to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1 to 7. Okay, now let us try to focus upon how the values are going to be filled. Okay, so if k is equal to 1, it means that my answer for k equal to 1 would be like try sending the team in sending the team whose strength, or you can say whose frequency of number of students for a particular team is going to be 1, because k is going to be 1. So send the one pair, that is a pair which consists of number of students equal to 1 from each university every time 1. So if I'm talking about first team, I'm going to send this one and this one. If this is the formation of first team, that is team 1 would be like pair 6 comma 8, and from every university I'm sending only one people, and again this one and this one, and again that is second one would be like 5 and 1, and again my next one would be like this one and this one. Okay, so my next one would be like again 5 and 1. That is, try to send every group of k persons, first k strongest, from this, that is for the formation of particular team, and then next k strongest from a particular formation of particular team from every university. You can see I am just exhausted with these values, but still one is going to be left in this one. So again my next would be like only 3. So you can see k is going to be 1, then we can just take all the students, that is from every university send one students, starting from k strongest, starting from the strongest programming skill student. Okay, so let's talk about what will happen when k is going to be like 2. Okay, so if k is going to be like 2, it means that from every university try to send students in the pair of like 2. That is, if I'm going to, if I need to form the first team, I'm going to send 6 5 from the university 1 and 8 1 from this university 2. And you can see if I'm trying to just form the second team, so I'm just sending these two persons from the university 1. Can I send this from university 2? That is a group of 2 students. No, I cannot send it, because the only leftover student has the only leftover student is 1. I cannot form a team whose frequency of number of students is going to be 2. So you can see my only value that is going to be included in our answer is this one, and this one. And this value is going to be excluded. You can see my answer would be like total sum is 29 minus 1 is going to be like 28. So if you look over the sample test case, you can see for k equal to 2, my answer is coming out to be 28. Okay, so let's talk about what will happen when k is going to be like 3. Okay, so when k is going to be like 3, send a group of 3 persons starting from the strongest programming skills from every university. So I will send these 3 and I will send these 3. Okay, so this is the formation of team 1, and let's talk about how we are going to form team 2. You can see only the student that is left is only one student from the university 1, and there is no leftover student in university 2. I cannot form the team with the only one frequency. This frequency should be like 3. Okay, so there should be like k. If I'm talking about for any general key. Okay, so this is going to be done. So my answer will be like sum of total students minus this is going to be excluded, minus 3. It should be like 26, I think. Yes, you can see 26 is coming over. Okay, so let's talk about some k equal to 4. If I'm talking about k equal to 4, just send a group of 4 students. Yes, this is one. Can I send this group of 4 students? No, I cannot send, because frequency is less than k. So my answer would be like total sum 29 minus 8 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, so it should be like 9 and 10. It should be like 19, I think. Yes, you can see 19 is coming about. So for a value k equal to 5, you can see every student, every university has a number of students less than equal to strictly less than 5. So I cannot send any team from starting from k equal to any group of teams whose frequency is going to be like k start if k is going to be like greater than 4. Okay, so for every values for starting from k equal to 5, 6, 7, my answer should come about 0. Okay, so this is going to be the understanding of this problem. So the main thing is like how we are going to implement this in the like in the under the given time limit in the best possible way. Okay, so let's try to understand this and find out the best solution of this problem. Okay, so let's talk about the approach of this problem. You can see, first of all, I need to just create that which student is going to lie in a particular university. Okay, so I need to create an vector. You can say also adjacency list. That is for university one, the number of students with programming skills, a particular value, which students are going to be enrolled in that university. That is, you can see in university one, students are enrolled are like with programming skills 6553. Okay, I need to just store the values in this format. That is for 2811, and let's say some students like enrolled in university 5 with programming skills 7, 6, 8, or anything it can be, and I just need to store the values in non-increasing order. Okay, so I just to store the values, then sort the values. It should be like 8, 7, 6. Okay, that is the way I'm going to just store. And why I'm going to do this, I'm going to explain this also, the reason behind this. Okay, so let's first store the values in this format. If we are not frequent how we can store this value, just have some patience. I'm going to explain this in the coding part also. Okay, so let's try to figure it out how my answer should become in the best possible way. Okay, you can see, let's call it as size of this university, that is number of students enrolled in this university one. Let's call it as size equals SZ. Okay, so if number of students enrolled in this university one is SZ, you can easily see if my K is going to be like strictly greater than SZ, that is K can vary from 1 to n. If K is going to be like strictly greater than SZ, does I can I create the team with size equal to K? Just ask to yourself. That is, if for example, here you can say SZ is 4, and if K is going to be like 5, so can I form a first team whose number of students is like 5? No, you cannot form a team with number of students equal to 5, because SZ is going to be like strictly less than K. You can see SZ is 4, and if K is going to be 5 or 6 or 7, it means that to send first team we must have at least K students. Okay, so you can see if SZ is going to be strictly less than K, I cannot form the first team. Okay, so for every values of K greater than SZ, I'm not just going to be interested in those such values that is going to be contributed in that particular answer. Okay, so you must be aware that I'm going to print this answer of K for every K belongs to 1 to n. Okay, so this is the way I'm just going to do. You can see K is going to be like greater than SZ. I'm not just interested in this one. Okay, so let's talk about K less than equal to SZ. Okay, it means that my size, that is number of students enrolled in a particular university, is going to be like strictly greater than or equal to K. Okay, so let's say if K is going to vary from 1 up to SZ, it means that I'm just trying to pick up the K strongest people for the formation of first team, then K strongest people for the formation of second team, and so on. Okay, so if K is going to be like 1, I can take all the persons with programming skills, and if K is going to be like 2, just try to pick up in the pair of two students like this one and this one. Okay, and if K is going to be like 3, just pick this 3 one, and this is going to be left. It means that you can easily take up the students, that is which student is going to be left with some particular programming skill. I can easily find out by taking the modulus. Okay, so how I'm going to do that? Let's try to figure out. Let's say my MOD value is going to be like okay, so my MOD value is going to be like SZ mod K. It means that if I take this value mod equals SZ mod K, it means that I have this mod amount of students left which I cannot form a team. That is, if like we have some particular students like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, you can easily see K size is going to be like here is 6. And if we take the value of K as 4, you can easily see I can form the pairs in the group of 4. That is, this 4 is going to be picked up and this 2 is going to be left. And how can we find this frequency? We can easily find this frequency by taking the modulus, size modulus K. Okay, this is the way I'm going to do that. Okay, now another thing that you should be cared of, that it means that this mod amount of students is going to be left for a particular university, and this left is these students with particular programming skills left is from the backside of this programming skills array for a particular university. Okay, it means that if k is going to be 3, my 4 modulus 3 is going to be like 1. It means that I am just not including answers for this k for those students lying from the backside of this array of university 1. That is, this is going to be excluded. Okay, and let's talk about like if okay, so let's say I have the array like 6, 5, 5, and let's say 2 and okay, let's say 3 and again 1. And if k is going to be like here 3, it means that 5 modulus 3 would be like 2. It means that from the backside I'm just leaving these two. Okay, why I'm doing from the back side? Okay, you can see I just want to take people from the first case strongest people. So this is going to be taken, and I cannot form the team with the help of these two students, which is actually size modulus k. So I just need to exclude this sum. Okay, note that I'm talking about sum. How we can manage this sum? Okay, we can easily manage this sum by first sorting this for the programming skills for a particular university in non-increasing order, and just take this prefix sum starting from this one to this one. You can see I have the value like 6, 5, 5, 3. If I take prefix sum, it will be like 6, 11, 16, and this 19. Okay, so if I will take the prefix sum, I can just easily manipulate the things. Okay, now if we want to just leave up some like element from the last element, I can just exclude the particular value with the help of modulus. Okay, so let's try to just find out how we can exclude this with the help of modulus. Okay. Okay, so I'm just taking some bigger value to explain this entire thing in the best possible way. Okay, so just erase this stuff, and this is also erased. Okay, so if say, let us say that for a particular university I have the values like 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and this is in non-increasing order. And if you take the prefix sum of this, it should be like 9, 17, 24, and 30, and it should be like 35 and 39. Okay, this is the basically the prefix sum. Okay, now let us just try to find out if my k is going to vary from 1 up to this size, and what is the size of this one? 3 and 3 6. Okay, so for a particular value of k, let's say k is going to be like 4. If I will take the prefix sum, it means that starting from this maximum, I can just take the pair of t. I can take a team with 4 students. So I'm just taking this one. Okay. So it means that this should be excluded. What is the value of contribution of this answer of k? You can see if I am just trying to fill up for this answer of k, it means that I should contribute to this one. If I will take the prefix sum and just take the modulus, I'm just talking about the modulus now. Okay, so if the size is going to be like SZ minus, let's call it as mod minus 1. Okay, I'm talking about this element, and this size is like 6 minus mod is coming out to be like 6 mod 4 is 2 minus 1. 6 minus 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. So I'm talking about zero based indexing in this prefix sum. It should be like 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if I will take this value as z minus mod minus 1, it means that these four values is going to be like contributed into my answer. Okay, and this is going to be excluded. This is for k equal to 4. And if we try to understand this formula for a k equal to 2 or k equal to 3, let's try to understand that. K equal to 2. Okay, so if I will fill up the values like sz is going to be like 6 minus mod is going to be like 0 minus 1, it is coming out to be 5. You can see I will have to just take this entire element, that is the last element. This is the value 39 I will have to take. And why I will have to take? It means that k is 2, so I will form a team consisting of two elements. You can see this 2 is going to be included, this 2 is going to be included, and this 2 is going to be included. And we can easily see my last prefix sum is like 39, so this entire value should be included, that is this sum 987654. Okay, So this is the basic thing that I need to do for every university I for the contribution of answer of I, where I is going to vary from 1 to n, which is basically k. Okay, so let us try to find out the best implementation of this part. Okay, so let's move further. Okay, so this is the basically code, and it is basically system test is going on. Okay, so if I try to refresh this, can I have a oh, if okay, still system test is going on. Okay, so let us try to understand this one. Okay, so I have just taken the array of u s and this answer of n, which I will have to fill up for every value of k starting from 1 to n. Okay, you can see I have taken the values of ui and particular values of si for every student I, and there is a vector ll teams of n, which is going to be like adjacency list. That is for a particular university I, what are the programming skill of students enrolled in this university? Okay, so you can see for every starting from I equal to 1, I have just pushed back the programming skills who's for those students which are going to be enrolled in a particular university, that is teams of UIs dot pushback S of I. Okay, now starting from 1 to n, I am going to just fill up the contribution for answer of I, and finally print the answer of I. I is varying from 1 to n. Okay, that is for every case starting from 1 to n. First sort all the teams and reverse all the values of team. That is, I need to just sort the elements in non-decreasing, non-increasing order for every university I. Okay, so that is what I am going to do here in these two steps. You can see the this sorting is going to be take in n log n time. Okay, now in worst case, like every student is enrolled in a particular university, that is only a single university, every student is going to be enrolled, and it should be like test case like this one I think. So in worst case, my code is going to run take n log n time. Okay, so this is going to be efficient. So SZ is going to be like teams of I dot size, and starting from j equal to 1 and j less than SZ, just I have found the prefix sum for a particular university for programming skills of students enrolled in this university. Okay, and just I have tried to fill the contribution. Note that k is going to vary from less than equal to SZ, for because if k is going to be like greater than SZ, I cannot form the team, even a single team. Okay, so just have iterated for k less than SZ. Now if you can think that this outer loop can take n O of n iterations, and this inner loop can take n iterations, overall we will have n square iterations. So this is not going to happen, because you can see total number of students is like n. Okay, and that is overall students is n. So for every, that is in overall, I will just have to iterate for only n times. Okay, so you can see I will have this will take n log n time, and this will run only n times. So I will have the benefit. Okay, so rather than running for O of n square time, that is n square times iterations, will have only n times iterations, because you can see total number of student is only n. Okay, now just take the mod and just fill the contribution of answer of k, which is going to be like teams of I SZ minus mod minus 1, because I've already taken the prefix sums. If you are not taking the prefix sums, you just need to have to iterate to find the sum for a particular answer of I. Okay, so just print the answer finally, and this is going to be an efficient code. Okay, so if you have any doubts, do let me know in the comment section of the video, and I will ask the viewers to like this video, share this video, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you for watching this video.